I'm Rita Cook.
And I'm Tommy Scott, and this is ECP-TV.
And so, Tommy, what do you think about my mask? I feel like I have to yell so you can hear me.
Hey, you got a blonde on there with a handful of cards and a bluebird, boy. I tell you, that's a heck of a mask right there.
My hairdresser made this for me.
Did she?
She was selling them for $10, so I got one. And it has love on it, too, so we can spread the love.
Spread the love.
I don't like wearing them because you suck in air and then it goes into your mouth. It's really not that easy to wear. So you were missing last week. I had to do the show without you. Where were you?
You know, it's springtime and it just gets weird on me in the springtime. When it
Really?
It gets a little weird. I kind of like get caught up in a lot of different things. And last week I really kind of forgot, really. And by the time I figured out, oh man, I'm way over here on the other side of the world.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you were thinking about us here. Now we know. Okay, let's talk about.
But I'm sure you were real good at doing it. I'm pretty sure you had a good show. You know how to do it.
Well, the chair was empty next to me, and it looked really weird.
It looked really weird.
Yes.
You're supposed to move the chair in the middle and move this chair out, and it don't look really weird.
So I just want to let everybody know that the update of Friday, actually as of May 12th, the COVID-19 numbers. North Texas, 11,941 cases, 313 fatalities. Texas, 39,869 cases and 1,100 fatalities. And worldwide, 4,268,891 cases, 290,531 fatalities, and 1,460,091 recoveries. And I still think that the numbers just don't seem to add up for me, but that's just me.
Well, you know, very little is adding up right now. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
It's a lot of stuff going on. You know, for that stuff that's been hanging around ever since December.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's weird. Nobody said anything, you know. I'm telling you, me and my wife had that stuff. I'm telling you, we had the same symptoms.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people have told me they had it in December.
And she had it really, really bad.
Really?
I was really,
died.
yeah,
Wow.
I was really scared for her because that cough she had, she couldn't get rid of it. It was hell getting rid of that cough. And so.
Well, Ellis County had a testing center last week. They had one on, well, no, actually, it's this week. I'm losing track of the weeks. Monday they had it, and Tuesday they had it. And then we had like about 20 people come on Monday. I think they had it over the weekend with about 75. So the numbers are slowing down a little bit. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I think we've already destroyed the economy. That could be a very negative thing to say.
The economy is not destroyed. Fear.
Fear, okay.
Fear is what's destroying people. It's not, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, we can be gun-ho about a lot of things, but when they say you might die, it's a whole different concept here. You know what I'm saying? Because now they have fear. Mm-hmm. And fear makes things, changes a lot of things, especially when it comes to, you know, money and look at how they swallowed up all the food and the things they've done over with
toilet
fear.
paper.
Yeah, and toilet paper. That's the toilet paper. All the things. Toilet paper.
Do you know what? I only got a 4-roll of toilet paper. I moved 2 months ago, right when this started, and I still have that toilet paper. I haven't used it. I don't know what people were doing with toilet paper. It's really frightening.
Well, baby, you don't eat as much as everybody else.
Well, thank you for that.
That's the only reason I know you ain't used no toilet.
I don't know what's going on with that. I still haven't found any hand sanitizer yet. So
yeah, that's real good. You know, and out of all the things in the world, hand sanitizer. Everybody was going crazy over this stuff, you know.
I'll never think of it the same.
Me neither.
It's just like, we could go into a business and have hand sanitizer. We could make natural hand sanitizer. You want to do that? I bet we could make a lot of money on it.
I think they already making a lot of money on that.
Well, let's do it too, because I think we deserve a lot of money. Mm-hmm. All right, so this newspaper this week has a lot of stuff about Wilmer in it. There was a lot of stuff going on. They have the new elementary school. They were naming it after Eddie Bernice Johnson, the Congresswoman. Okay. So that'll be nice. She's, I think, been around for I think 14 terms or something like that. She's been in office forever.
Oh,
and
yeah. She's
apparently doing a very great job. So, and then the other thing that happened in Wilmer was they had Municipal Clerk Week, and that's the city secretary. Nobody knows that the city secretary is a municipal clerk. So we did an article about Myra Ortiz from Wilmer. She's a wonderful lady, and so hey Myra, check out your picture here. So now, speaking of city secretaries, you weren't here during the last show that I did by myself. And I did tell everyone that Ferris actually got rid of the city secretary. And what direction are you guys going to be going in now that you are not keeping things the norm? How's that?
Well, you know, with anything new or any kind of change, it's, you know, you're going to have different people and put in different places.
Right.
Sometimes you can be in a place so long, and then when it comes down to adjusting, maybe you just can't adjust.
Sure.
So if you can't adjust, then, you know, you move on. And that's just, things are changing now for the better. So, you know, it's not that we look at people as being negative. We looking at maybe someone a little bit more positive.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we don't see what you got to look about in life when you start changing people out. You don't want to be negative about it.
Right.
It's just that it's just I've been a part of changes in life.
Oh yes,
I've worked for companies where they come in and say, "Hey, we don't need you on this shift. We want you to go over there, and if you don't want to go over there, you got to leave."
Yep.
It's just that simple.
Even in America.
Even in America, you know, that's the way that works. It's a change about everything.
Right.
And so when you do that, you have to accept that change.
Okay.
Sometimes you're on the good end of it. Sometimes you're on the bad end of it.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It's kind of the way the chips fall.
Yeah, it's the way the chips fall. So, you know, like I was working for this company one time, and we were welding beams, these I-beams for these bridges. And we had to take a stress test. Every week you'd have to have a stress test on your weld to see if it support.
Okay.
And it didn't matter how long you've been there, 10 years, 15, didn't matter. You flunked that stress test and you out of there, bubba.
So this is a mental stress test? Or
No, it was actually welding stress test.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sometimes you get new regimes in and you might not match up to what they want.
Right, exactly.
So it is what it is.
I know that the city attorney had his contract extended for a year, so you guys are going to work with him for another. Because anytime the contract comes up, you got to worry nowadays. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, it's some things that's going on that he needs to be here for, and you know, it's all about doing your job.
Right.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Above all, any changes made, if you're not doing your job, then you won't have a job.
Not anymore. You're right.
That's the way it is.
It's true.
And see, you can't tell people what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
Right. Exactly. Not unless you're the owner. So,
yeah.
Like
you know,
Charlie.
Yeah.
He's persnickety, so we gotta carry him around with kid gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 2 minutes. So Wilmer also, I just want to say one more thing because they did a really cool thing. They recognized their heroes in the city, and those heroes would have been like all the healthcare workers, the police, the fire, and all the people that really made a difference. Because it's really funny, and I'm really happy that I haven't heard any at all actors have any comment about COVID-19. I'm just, it's the people that really deserve the credit, the healthcare workers. No matter if you believe COVID-19, you think it's a hoax, you hate the government, these guys are on the front line, saving lives, and that's really important. I think it's really cool they've been recognized.
I do too, because they went through a lot.
All right.
And then also I want to say to the dentist school over here.
The dentist school?
Okay. I think I want to reprimand them and give them, they kudos because they've done a good job here in Ferris with these. Because I know I was kind of concerned about my granddaughter.
Yes.
And her dad had died and they was all mixed up and didn't know what to do.
Of COVID-19?
No, not of COVID-19, but of life. They lost their dad.
Died, yeah.
And then she didn't know what she wanted to do. And my daughter's talked into going to that school. Changed her whole life. Just changed her whole life. And I'm pretty sure it changed a lot of other kids' life.
Right.
But it changed her life. And I just want to thank them for that because
yes, thank you. Yeah. So we're being told to wrap it up, but let's talk about that next week. Let's talk about that because that's important. And the seniors graduated. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Tommy, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Rita Cook.
And I'm Tommy Scott.
We're ECP-TV.